Let's talk about 5 reasons why your partner avoids spending time with you. How horrible is this? At least that's how it feels, right? When your partner is away from you. You're in a relationship because you want to be with somebody, not away from them, and you can't really understand why they'd want to be away from you. I know this feeling personally very well, and I know it's very frustrating and confusing, so we're going to go over 5 reasons why they're avoiding spending time with you. One of those reasons, actually, I think is a very surprising one, and I'm going to leave that to the end. But first, let's get over one of the most obvious reasons, which is that your partner just may be busy. They may have things that they need to do. They may be at work all the time because this is a time when they need to earn money and they have to take care of that obligation, or they may have family that needs their attention, or a friend may be going through something or whatever. So it may just be that they're busy. They have a project, they have something going on, they just can't get it together enough to have the time to spend with you. And in this way, it may not even be that they're avoiding you in a sense. It's just that they can't spend time with you. So that's one thing to think about when it comes to these things. I know a lot of the time we're alone and we're thinking it through and we're trying to figure it out and it's so stressful, but sometimes the answer isn't what we think it is, and it may be simply that they're busy. And this is one of those cases where, and I'm going to remind you many times, that you should maybe just go to your partner and find out, ask them directly what's going on here. So that's the first reason. Another reason why they may be avoiding you is that maybe you've been a little bit clingy lately. Maybe you have been on top of them. Maybe as soon as they come in the door, you're like, what's going on? And you want to tell them everything that's going on in your life, and you want to do everything together. You want to get cooking dinner, or you want to see them in the morning as soon as they're up, and you want to be hanging around them outside the bathroom door and whatever it is. This is a little too much for most people. I know maybe in the beginning of a relationship, you can't get enough of each other and you want to be around somebody all the time. But once things start to settle down, it's too much. We can't give up all of our free time and our free space to somebody. So I would ask you, if that's the case, what's going on inside of you that you feel this need to be around them all the time? Do you have an insecurity, maybe from a past relationship or something? Or is there something that you're afraid of when it comes to spending time on your own? Think about these things, but it could be that you're just making them feel very smothered and feel like they have no space to themselves, no breathing room, and we all need that. Now, the third reason why your partner may avoid spending time with you is the one that maybe you don't even want me to talk about, but it's a possibility, and so we should talk about it. It could be that they're finding something other than this relationship that's more satisfying for them. Now, hold on, don't jump too far ahead of me. It may be that they just enjoy something. Maybe they just took up a new hobby and they're really excited about it and they want to spend time doing that. That doesn't mean that they don't like the relationship. It just means they really enjoy this and they're really into it and they're exploring that. And maybe once that kind of fizzles out and that gets old, they'll come back to you and maybe share that experience with you, and it'll be something that both of you can grow from. Or it could be that there's somebody else that's occupying their time. Now, that could just be a family member. It could be a new friend that they have, and it's a friend that's going to stay friends. Again, don't get too far ahead of me. It is possible that there's a romantic interest out there, but even if there is a romantic interest out there, that doesn't mean that they want to sacrifice this relationship. It may just be that there's something about somebody else out there that's interesting, that maybe was very interesting about you when they met you, and maybe you've changed a little bit and they're remembering what that feels like. And again, that doesn't mean that your relationship is over. It doesn't mean that your relationship's even in danger. I'm sure you found people attractive before that are not your partner, and it didn't go anywhere because you care about your partner and you want to stay with your partner, right? So the same kind of thing could be happening here. I wouldn't worry too much about it unless you feel like you really have a serious reason to worry about it. And if you do, I think you're going to know in your heart. And if that's the case, then go from there. But in the meantime, again, if you have some kind of insecurity, maybe bring that up with your partner. Mention, hey, I'm feeling a little scared. I don't know, maybe I feel like things are distant between us. I understand maybe I've been a little bit clingy. Maybe I'm on top of you a little bit too much. Maybe it's too much. How do you feel about this? Open up the discussion. So the fourth reason why your partner avoids spending time with you is they may actually be scared to. And maybe that's something weird to hear because you're scared that they're spending time away from you. But maybe they're scared to come close to you. Maybe there's something going on that you don't even know about. Maybe a friend of theirs just had somebody die in the family and they need extra support and they feel bad for their friend, but they don't really want to talk with you about it because you don't know the friend that well, and maybe it's just not something they want to bring into your relationship. Or maybe they're really disappointed about something that's going on at work. Or maybe this is the anniversary of something that happened in their life that was really bad for them. Maybe it was when something happened to them as a child that was upsetting, or maybe just this time last year they were just going through something rough. Whatever it is, it could just be really hard for them. And I know that you're in a relationship, and I know that for you probably feel like, well, of course I would just go to my partner then and tell them I'm having a hard time, right? Because that's what you would do. But your partner is not you. And your partner may not feel comfortable doing that. Your partner may be more comfortable dealing with things on their own and spending time alone and kind of working it out alone so that they can come back to you and share more positive experiences with you. So it may be that they're just afraid to have that conversation. They may feel like it's their fault that this is happening, and you may have even implied that it's their fault. So it may just be that they're scared to talk to you. And now the fifth reason why your partner avoids spending time with you is the one that I think is maybe a little surprising, which is that they may be doing it specifically because they love you. Again, going back to this idea of them being scared, it may be that they don't want to share something that they think is going to hurt you with you. Because they care about the relationship and because they care about you, they don't want to be around you right now. Maybe they know they have a temper or something and they can't manage their emotions. So they're going off to try to do that on their own in order to protect you and to protect this relationship from whatever negativity they're going to bring into it. And it could be something simple too. It could be just that they're planning a surprise party for you, or there's a secret, a positive secret that they don't want you to know about right now. But some people, they keep to themselves because they want to do things alone, that they think if they shared it with you, it's going to hurt you, or it's just not going to benefit the relationship. Maybe there is something like, for example, sports, right now around this time, the Super Bowl's happening. Maybe they love the Super Bowl and they know you don't like that. So they're off doing their thing, getting into the stats and getting into the predictions and what's going to happen. And, that's like their big thing right now. And they're talking with all their friends about it, spending time on it. So they're doing that because they enjoy that. It makes them feel good, but they don't want to come to you with all of that because they know it bogs you down. They know that it brings you down. You don't like it. It upsets you. So they're just doing it on their own. And they're avoiding you not because they are being spiteful or selfish or anything, but because they love you. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Take a moment and sit on that because, it's a little strange, but sometimes this is the way we behave. We do things on our own because they make us feel good, and then we come back to the relationship when we feel good to share those good feelings and continue on with the things that we do in the relationship with our partner. So those are the 5 reasons I've come up with. There's many more reasons. Maybe you have some you've experienced yourself and you want to share. But if you like talking about love, you want to learn more about your own relationships, this is Love and Relationships Designed for Today. Go ahead and subscribe for more. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to talk to you again soon.